Let's define GOAT. What does GOAT mean?
Greatest of all time. But the problem
The
is,
greatest of all time.
the problem
The
is
one.
in any arena you go in, there is not a solidified GOAT. Who's the greatest of all time when it comes to football?
Tom Brady.
Okay, you got me there. Thank you for watching In Any Arena. If you like our content, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. All right, let's get into it. Hey,
Yeah.
but before we lose anybody because you got on that Patriots gear, yo, we need y'all to give us that Mercedes Benz treatment. And I love S550s, but I'm talking about CLS. Comment, like, and subscribe if you
Gotta
rock
have
with
it.
the content that Dub and I are putting out. So it's been a crazy week. Once again, I say that every week because every week is crazy in the world of sports. But we are in any arena. So, my boy, the Glove, had a few things to say about a former foe and opponent, Michael Jordan, in reference to LeBron James. So, Dub, you got the clip pulled up?
Yep. Let me go ahead and roll it for you. All right, let's roll it.
Jordan was a guy who he's gonna make big shots. He's gonna take the ball every time and shoot it every time he has to. I think LeBron is an all-around basketball player.
Stop the cap.
If you ask me who's the better all-around basketball player, LeBron James by far. He does everything. You know what I'm saying? He passed the ball. He passed the ball better than Jordan. He can dribble it a little bit better than Jordan. You know, shooting wise, I don't think so. Rebounding, I think he did, but Jordan did rebound.
True.
Okay. That's the end of the clip. So I'll let you set the stage. What are your thoughts on some of the comments that he said? He broke it out into categories. The categories being scoring, ball handle, rebounding. I don't think he mentioned defense. So what are your thoughts, JT, on what Gary Payton had to say?
Okay, so first, the dribble piece was asinine. Like,
Oh, bro.
I don't
Ridiculous.
know what's going on there. I mean, but again,
Ridiculous.
you and I talked about this a little offline. So I think people have to reserve judgment because a lot of folks are looking from a vantage point of being a fan. This is a Hall of Fame guard who played against Jordan. So his perspective is going to be different. And again, him being a Hall of Famer, I gotta respect his opinion on who he thinks is better. So let's not knock what the Glove is saying. The Glove is one of the greatest on-ball defenders ever in the league, and so we're
But it's
not going to
crazy.
say.
But it's crazy. Jordan used to carve him up. Used to carve him up like a Thanksgiving turkey. Used to
I
carve him up like a
mean,
Thanksgiving turkey.
Gary, and them Sonics did what they had to do.
Yeah,
So
but they ain't get no chips.
let's
They
not
ain't get no
forget.
chips.
Let's not forget. Well, it's a
Not
lot of
not
guys
not
that didn't get no chip.
not on Jordan's watch.
Barkley ain't get a chip. No, a lot of guys didn't
Not
get a
on
chip
Jordan's
on.
watch.
A lot of guys didn't get a chip on Jordan's
Of
watch.
course, because he's
But
the
but
greatest.
but see, this is the thing. When we get into the chip talk, okay, so where Robert Ory rank for you?
Robert Ory, I mean, he's one of the top 10 all-time role players.
See how you tried to word that? See, that's what people do.
I think we're deviating from the topic
Okay,
at
let's not
hand.
deviate. Let's not deviate. But don't do
Let's
the
get
chip
into the.
talk. Don't do the chip talk on the Glove. Is all I'm saying. So let me get into it.
Well, ain't nothing to really talk about. Ain't nothing to talk about.
So let me get into it. Okay, let me say one thing. This is always my opinion, and I think you got to take what I'm saying with a grain of salt.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Is Jordan the GOAT? Yes. I mean,
Absolutely.
you can't argue that. But
Undeniably.
when it comes to the GOAT talk, there are other guys in the conversation. And I think you have to mention some of these other guys. And let me say this. Part of
Let's define GOAT. What does GOAT mean?
greatest of all time. But
The greatest of all time.
the problem
The
is
one.
in any arena you go in, there is not a solidified GOAT. Who's the greatest of all time when it comes to football?
Tom Brady.
Okay, you got me there.
Tom Brady.
who, okay, who's the greatest all time when it comes to baseball?
See,
Right. We'll come back. We'll come back
I'm
to
not a
you.
huge baseball fan. I'm not a
We'll
huge
come
baseball
back.
fan.
We'll come back. The
I
fact
might say Ken Griffey Jr. I might say him, or I might say Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds, bro.
Let's get into it.
Juice.
Let's just.
But anyway, my thing is part of the mystique of Jordan has to do with how he transcended the culture with the shoes. You take away Air Jordan, you take away the I want to be like Mike, you take away Spike Lee, you take away Michael Jackson versus Michael Jordan. Everybody remembers that commercial. You take away the sneakers. Is he still the GOAT? Yes, but he doesn't transcend the culture in the way that he does. Michael
What does that have to do
Jordan,
with his numbers?
I'm not talking about the numbers right now.
You're a numbers guy.
Listen, I am. I'm not talking about the numbers right now. What I'm talking about is the fact that a lot of times in the barbershop, you got a lot of people that don't want to have this discussion, and it is a discussion when you talk about LeBron and Jordan. It's a discussion. So let me get into what Gary Payne said. I don't want to deviate.
All right,
So
yeah.
he said, what was it? The dribbling. What else did
So
he say?
he mentioned yeah the handle,
Handle.
the
He's wrong.
rebounding, we can agree. Michael Jordan used to have the ball on the string, and just
Yeah.
think about how the game of basketball has evolved. So
Right.
for him to still be ranked higher than LeBron from a handle perspective, it just shows you how great he was during his time
Yeah,
period.
and I don't think anybody has ever said, "Oh, LeBron got handles."
Okay, so he mentioned rebounding, right?
I'm going with LeBron.
Of course, LeBron's going to have more rebounds. He can play 1 through 5 or 1 through 4. Jordan
Okay,
didn't play 1 through 4. You know what I'm
passing,
saying?
passing.
Passing, Jordan.
No, you got to go with LeBron.
Jordan.
So
Even though
when I,
LeBron statistically has more assists because he has played longer, I I don't know. I can go look at
when I think about passers, I'm thinking about Magic Johnson. I'm thinking
yeah
about John Stockton.
yeah
I'm thinking about guys like that.
Jason Williams,
Jason Williams. Uh,
White Chocolate, he cold.
yeah. Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
Let's not forget. Let's not forget Kidd. It's a lot of Hall of Famers. It's a lot of guys that we gotta mention. But when I think about passing, I'm gonna say LeBron before I say Jordan, bro. Like again, athletically, what Jordan just in terms of Jordan transcended basketball, right?
Mm.
So there's that. But when you go to these different aspects, these different attributes of the game, there's going to be some attributes or some areas where LeBron is ranked higher than Jordan.
Yeah.
And there's going to be some where neither one of them is 1 through 3.
Right.
Passing is either one of them 1 through 3? No.
No.
No. In 3-point shooting, is either one of them 1 through 3? No.
But I think they still shoot at a respectable.
No. I'm not saying it's not respectable. What I'm saying is when you talk about the best in those categories,
No, definitely not.
neither one of
Definitely
them
not.
is 1 through 3. But see, that's why you can't make
Okay.
the argument.
So are we arguing the all-around player, or are we arguing the GOAT?
I don't think we can argue the GOAT because I think that's solidified in so many
So you
people's
say
heads.
So
that
you say Jordan is the GOAT.
I don't want to get my head taken off for saying anything other than that.
So you're saying you're agreeing that Jordan is the GOAT.
How do they do it in the NFL now? The ruling on the field is so they confirm it. They confirm it when they went to the video and they saw exactly what they saw. And
Yeah.
I don't know what the other call is, but I'm going with the other call. Like it's inconclusive. I don't even want to have that debate because we could be on here all day talking about that.
Okay, let me reframe the question. Which player? We're gonna get back to the all-around better player. Which player has the biggest impact on any team that would join? Any team, who would have the biggest impact on that team?
LeBron James.
No.
So
And I like LeBron.
You don't remember a young LeBron taking a Cleveland Cavaliers team.
I like LeBron.
Name two of LeBron's teammates when he took Cleveland to the finals the first time, to the Eastern Conference Finals the
Nobody,
first time.
baby.
Gibson.
No, Gibson wasn't even around yet.
Hold on, Gibson wasn't. Yes, he was.
Not when he took them to the Eastern Conference Finals the first time. You got to remember, LeBron was what, like 20 when they went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I would have to go back and look at it, but that was
You
a
would have
weak.
to
No,
Google it.
that was a weak
You
East.
you would have to Google it.
That was a weak
It
East.
doesn't matter.
Okay,
What
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
what other young player have you seen do that?
What happened when Jordan went to retirement the first time with the Chicago Bulls? Same roster, just minus Jordan.
Listen, man. They
So
went to
bro,
the Eastern Conference Finals,
bro,
right?
bro. Arguably, Jordan had 2 Hall of Fame careers. Arguably, he had 2 Hall of Fame
I don't even
careers.
think it's arguable. I think you're right. I don't think it's anything to argue on that.
That's wild.
But again, when you look at who Jordan has played with, he had a nice team. You got to think they changed the rules for Jordan. They moved the 3-point line up for Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
These are all facts. They moved the 3-point line up. I don't have the year. I can pull the year up, but they moved it. So, and then people say, "Oh, LeBron couldn't have played back in the day because
I guess he could have.
the fouls they
Yes, he
called."
could have.
Oh, listen, LeBron would have dominated back in the day.
Yeah,
You got
he
guys like Bill Lambert. LeBron would
yeah,
have been dunking on Bill Lambert.
yeah. He could
They
have
would have been
survived.
clotheslining him and doing all of that, but he would have
Yeah,
shot 30 free throws a game.
but
You
he's
know,
built for that. But
he's
let's go
built
to
for
free
that.
throw. Let's
So
go for free throws. Shooting percentage of like 75 or 78.
that's
So
fine.
I mean,
But I just want to dispel that myth that LeBron couldn't play in the old NBA, the
oh yeah,
90s.
I'm not even debating you on
LeBron would
that.
have dominated in the
That's
90s.
a fact.
Let's
That's a
just be
fact.
clear. There
That's a
was
fact. Yeah,
nobody built like LeBron who could play one, like you said, 1 to 4, 1 to 5. There was
yeah, 100%.
nobody who was doing it the way LeBron does it. And he would have dominated in the 90s. He would have dominated in the 80s. He dominates right now in year 20. So let's be clear about that. A lot of cats want to make that argument. A lot of old heads want to make that argument. Oh, LeBron couldn't play in the 90s. Where? What 90s?
I'm just looking at the stats and I'm just shaking my head. You know, I'm just shaking my head. But I mean, this is a very tough debate. What my thing is, I feel like Gary. I mean, I have a lot of cynicism towards what Gary Payton has to say about Michael Jordan. You seen The Last Dance when Jordan got the iPad and then the glove was talking and then Jordan the famous meme, the infamous meme, Jordan like this and he started laughing. That's
Yeah.
how I felt in that moment watching that video clip. I mean, granted, Gary Payton, all-time great defender. Don't get me wrong. There's no one on that court that can stop Michael Jordan. One of the most fascinating things about his game to me is the way that he can manipulate the ball. Like he will palm the ball and just do different things with the ball with no move, like not moving anything, and
For
then just
sure.
be able to make this like spectacular play. You know what
He
I'm
was a
saying? So
wizard. He was a wizard.
I've never seen anyone do that. I mean, I've seen KG do some really good things with the ball. But Jordan, he was just a marksman, man. Like he could score at will. So to really put a bow on this thing, is LeBron a better all around player than Jordan?
I will say that there's a debate to be had. Now, I'm not saying he's better all around than Jordan,
I
but
don't
I'm
think we can
saying
land on anything. I don't think we can land on
that's what
anything.
I'm saying. I'm saying that
You got me there.
some people feel like there's no conversation to be had around it, and I think
There's a conversation to be had.
there's
Yeah.
definitely a debate about it. I think Jordan is going to always be number one, and most people who were born before 2000, 2005, he's going to always be number one because we witnessed it.
Right.
For
Right.
young people today who didn't witness it firsthand, I remember where I was at when Jordan, pushed Brian Russell off and and sent Utah home. I remember I was in my grandma's den. I was dribbling with him. I was acting like
He
I
got
was
a lot of
Jordan.
moments, man. He got a
I
lot.
wanted to be like Mike.
Hey,
Everybody did. You know what I'm saying? But LeBron doesn't. LeBron has been villainized so much that he doesn't have. Jordan was never a villain. They never made Jordan the bad guy. Jordan was the hero. So
well, LeBron became a villain when he went to Miami. Let's make that abundantly clear. When he made that transition to Miami, which I would have done the same thing.
right,
Cleveland, Miami, oh man, say give me down to
right,
South Beach ASAP. So
yeah,
I mean, that's why he's been villainized. But I mean, overall, current day, everyone has a great appreciation for what LeBron has provided to the NBA. And we will miss him once he retires and
for sure,
starts to really dive into some more of his business ventures. He's going to really take off.
right.
So, as it pertains to like legacy, Jordan has one of the greatest legacies of all time. But I think overall, when we start talking about in the business space, I think LeBron will surpass him exponentially. He will pass him exponentially once he's done playing basketball.
The
I really do.
the LeBron as quote unquote see in the community and who he is
Hmm.
off the court to couple it with what he does on the court, that will for sure pass Jordan.
Yeah. So I mean, again, there's a debate to be had. In closing, there is,
Yeah,
and I'm still leaning towards Jordan because LeBron is still creating his legacy. But I think once it's all said and done, there can be an argument that LeBron may be a better all around player than Jordan. I just can't say that definitively yet. But I think
mhm,
again, this is a great debate to have.
for sure. I agree. So we gave you the lowdown. Gary Payton, the glove, feels a certain type of way as a Hall of Famer and one of the greatest defenders ever. He gets that right. But
Yeah.
if you like what Dub and I discuss, if you like us getting into the weeds of things when it comes to everything that's being said about sports, again, I like the Mercedes Benz. Give us that comment, that like, that subscribe treatment, CLS, and we're gonna be back with more from in the arena.
Hey, give us as many comments as possible because we will reply. We will clap back. Like
We
we
will,
get no comments clapping back. So if you got something to say, you want to get off your chest, go ahead and put it in that comment. I promise you, we will clap back.
for sure.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Have a good one. Until the next one.
Peace.